Welcome to the From the 108 podcast, starring the drunk uncles of White Sox Twitter. He's a Twitter like whore, an Instagram thirst trap, and your grandma's guilty pleasure, Beef Loaf. A West Coast attitude in a decidedly Midwest body, My Sock Summer. And your host, he's sharing obscure music thoughts to give you time to hit the bathroom, Cherezy E.
Thank you, Cornsey. Welcome to the From the 108 podcast. Get ready for some baseball, beer, and bullshit. And remember the drinking rules. If Beef Loaf says allegedly, or that he made a video about that, or if he doesn't show up, you drink. If My Sock Summer mentions his time on the West Coast or blames his kids for something, you drink. And if I fuck up the intro or make MSS appear to be dumb, which I cannot right now, you drink. And of course, you can make all of us drink for $1.08 or more by tipping us in the comments there. Speaking of drinking, My Sock Summer, my friend, what are you drinking?
Cherezy. Using the old school graphic, I'm drinking the single barrel bananas. I think it's banana pancake Knob Creek. Ooh. That I purchased a couple of years ago. It's 120 proof and it's on ice. I know that Sammy Davis Jr. loves that. It's floating in a big ball of ice right now. It is delicious.
Banana flavors.
Pancake. Banana
so
pancakes.
It's like, does it taste like that, or is it just name that? What's it got going on?
You get a little bit of it, you know. I think the ice kind of takes away a lot of the flavor notes.
How much syrup do you put in it?
Just
go with your pancake flavor,
like an ounce, like an ounce. You don't want to put too much on there because you get too much, you know, because you want to have that banana flavor, but you kind of don't get that anymore. So, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking the off-color beer for tacos. It's kind of a go-to.
Standbys.
A lot of times, if I'm in a hurry on my way back from work, before, if I go in the office on a Thursday, I'm like looking for like the go-to beers. I gotta get like the ones that I know like this is gonna be good, and I'm not gonna like look around and really shop. I'm just gonna go right for that. It was in the fridge part, so I was like, easy
Perfect.
Choice.
Don't even have to cool it down. You don't even have
exactly.
To cool down.
Exactly. I put it in the fridge for like 2 minutes before I got all this, and made a couple 2-tree notes, but not a lot. A lot of notes for tonight. We've designed the show to be a little off the cuff. We know that Beef was going to be late.
We do. Yes.
And so we're like, okay, let's come up with some things where we don't have to get a ton of notes on. We're not going to get deep in the analytics tonight, but we are going to talk about some very important stuff. So yes. Stay tuned for that. We are not going to cover any of the NFL draft, but I would love it if you guys just keep telling us in the comments who is picked, because I'm not able to watch right now. So
the Bears got a quarterback, apparently.
I heard that. I was available to watch that part. It was also weird that they brought out Eminem to start the whole thing with Goodell.
Really?
And he didn't perform.
What did he say? Oh, because they're in Detroit.
Yeah. I mean, I get why he's at the event.
But
him coming out and just like saying "What's up, Detroit" was weird. Like I was like, you're wasting your Eminem appearance fee.
And I tell you what, Eminem's the second person I think of when I think of Detroit. The first person I think of, our good friend Tom Green. That's the first guy that I think of, you know, when I think Detroit sports, Michigan, any of that stuff. And
he's out there. I can assure you that he's out at the draft taking a picture with every female personality on the planet.
That's
sports
true.
Personality. Yeah. So don't worry. That's happening. That's happening. You don't have to worry. You don't have to jump over to Twitter to find out if it's happening. I assure you it's happening. My Sock Summer, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great. I got a little thing. I figured we would be us together. And I know that you like conspiracy theories. So I was like, I'm tailoring my banter to a conspiracy theory. So like this week, right? Just like a couple days ago, and he mentioned it on the broadcast. Our guy, John Schriffen, mentioned it on the broadcast. Our girl, Missy Carroll, posted this little tweet of this little guy, you know, and she says, The kind older gentleman in the White Sox jacket, sitting alone at the Twins game with the headphones on, peanuts, his scorebook, little cooler bag. I want to be his friend. This tweet went fucking viral. It's like way over 2 million views, like all this stuff. And like, it's a big tweet, right? So I'm like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to look at some stuff, right? So he's got, it's nearly 2 million. He's a new face of White Sox Twitter, right? His name's Jeff. He has a hockey blog that he hasn't updated in a few years, but he had one. It's called the Third String Goalie. Likes IndyCar racing. He lives in Minnesota. And he cheers for the Sox and the Michigan Wolverines. There's a picture of him with his son at the Frozen Four, him sporting a Michigan hockey jersey, sweater, whatever. So then I was like, okay. And when I saw his picture, I was like, this brings up something in my head and I can't get away from it. And so now welcome to a My Sox Summer Conspiracy Theory.
Oh no.
Okay?
Oh no.
If you're not watching on YouTube, what I have just put up is a nice graphic that I created on my own. And on the left-hand side is a familiar face from the north side. His name is Steve Bartman. And on the right, and he's wearing his trademark uniform. And then on the right-hand side is our guy, Jeff. And Jeff is wearing a very similar type of outfit, okay? The hat, the earphones, and the glasses. It's almost much.
I'm going to disagree with you here. It's just the headphones. The headphones are the only similarity here. Because Jeff has on a beautiful jersey. That hat looks brand new. Steve Bartman has like a sweater over like a shitty turtleneck. And he's got a hat that looks like he sat on it for the first 15 innings. Like, they do not look anything alike.
Oh, I don't know.
Plus, my man Jeff is bringing coolers full of beer into the fucking thing.
I know.
I don't even want to talk to you.
Fine, I'm leaving.
Let's fucking show up late.
So anyway.
Fuck you, Chirizi. How dare you? I rush to get here, and you're like, I don't want to talk to you. Fuck off.
You rushed. You had time to rip your fucking sleeves off.
But I had to get in costume. Goddamn it! I gotta perform here. Well, I'm gonna business casual show up.
Please.
That's the shirt you had on to dinner. You just ripped the sleeves off. I
know. You should have
had
You wouldn't have had a mess. You wouldn't have made a mess on a nice shirt. You should have had that on there. What are you drinking, real quick, before we get more into my conspiracy theory?
You know what? I got a little bit of the Hornitos. I got the Añejo. It's tequila, and it's gonna be so good. You know what? I had a little drawn butter on my shirt. Okay, a little dollop when you had. We're at Joe's and we're enjoying some crab and some lobster. A little tiny dollop of butter, and I had to show everyone. And then you guys are embarrassed by it. You guys, you're fat asses at heart. It doesn't matter.
I was not embarrassed. I was going to ask you. Have you ever eaten lobster? And I'm including myself in this. Where you haven't gotten some fucking butter on yourself? Like, I don't even know how you do it.
Never.
That's why they have those bibs.
That's right. That's correct.
I mean, I don't wear those, but that's why they have them.
Right. I mean, it's important. And it's not cloth, because butter goes right through that cloth. It goes right to your shirt. So it's got to be plastic. It's got to be plastic. Okay, so we're in the middle of your conspiracy theories. Okay, so here's the simple conspiracy theory. Simple one is, this is just Steve Bartman growing up. Jeff is just Steve Bartman growing up. Okay? Now, the second conspiracy theory I have is not as simple. This is actually Steve Bartman in witness relocation, and he is reemerged as a Sox fan in Minnesota and was living the good life, going to live baseball games again.
So this is actually him, is what you're saying.
Listening to his game on his headphones, bringing his snacks. He's got his cooler dinner that he brought, all that shit. And then fucking Missy Carroll ruins his witness protection by putting him all over social media. And now he's like, oh, I got to think of a whole new backstory now. I'm actually a Sox fan, everybody. It's not me, Steve Bartman.
Who knew he was half and half Italian? He had to go into the protection program.
I'm just saying,
you got to take
this conspiracy theory.
I love this, by the way, and I think you're right. So I think, but the way you got to do
shut up
MSS is you got to do a time lapse photo of his again. But just use some of those apps that age people up, but go in both directions from both of them, and then just kind of go it meets in the middle somewhere, and this is it.
Is there an app that makes you younger? Because if that is, I can't wait to see Steve Bartman just pop up when we do Jeff, and he goes.
There's got to be one that makes you younger. There's one that makes you older, right? Like so.
Here's the last conspiracy theory. Because he looks so much like Steve Bartman, but potentially could not be Steve Bartman. He could just be his own regular person. We don't know. Will Jeff ruin our chances of winning the division at Minnesota at some later date? Will Jeff reach over because he's listening to his iPod?
You're gonna make me
out of somebody's hand, and we don't win the division because of Jeff. And then we end up.
You're gonna make this get dark. You're gonna make this get dark.
Missy ruined his life. Got him in all favor.
You're gonna make this get dark here because I wanna ask you, how soon do you think the Sox will be in contention for the division?
Maybe he's a spry 63. We don't know. We don't know.
All right. I'm just trying to do the math here.
I'm going to be honest. We don't know that guy that well. If the Sox are in contention, we'll talk to people. We'll get him snuffed out. If that were the case, I'm not trying to do that to you, Jeff. I love you, but if shit's going down, and MSS is right, you're blocking us. I mean, precautions might have to be taken. I'm not saying
it's a conspiracy theory. He might come back later at a later date, and people would go, "Oh my God, MSS was right. He just knocked that out of Andrew Vaughn's hand." But which of course won't be the case because there's no way in hell we're going to be in contention with Andrew Vaughn at first base. So allegedly, I mean, that's just let's get that out of there. But that's my thing. My favorite one is the witness relocation for Steve Bartman, and Missy blew his cover. So now the North Side Mafia is going after to go beat him up. So good luck, Jeff. I hope you have a couple hockey sticks.
The poor bastard. Oh shit, man, we're doing it. The Bears are doing it. Fucking
there
right.
You go. No idea.
Baby.
I want MSS to say that name because I know I'll butcher it, but I really want MSS to say it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Now we're going to put this back. I want to put this back up for a second, just for next week, the preview next week. We're going to have the 79th and Hallis guys on here, Scott and Flows, and we're going to talk Bears. We're a White Sox podcast, but we're going to talk Bears about this draft and about the Bears going forward. So big night for the Bears, and it's going to be a big night for us. In 1 week, we're going to have the 70th and Hallis crew in.
It's going to take it's going to be painful for us to not talk about this great White Sox team that we're going to
Well, hold off 1 week.
Beef, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, boys. I left a dinner in which, you got business dinners and trees. I had back-to-back business dinners. Last night was the business dinner with the clients. Tonight was the business dinner celebrating just with the team. That's always the better dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And I drew a great table, specifically no one from my office, but a great table with no one from my office.
I thought you had crayons at the table and you threw a fucking beautiful table.
No. I had
legs.
Out of the group, I had
fucking a woman
not a single person from my current office, but it was the best table draw ever, and it was great, fun time. But I had to leave early. I had to let everyone. I gotta go do my podcast. I gotta run back there. Now I wanted to let you guys and the audience, if they want to, choose what my banter should be tonight. So I got 3 titles here for you guys. I'm gonna read them off. Number 1 is called Secret Number 2. Number 2 is called Business Dinner and Looking Me Off the Pork Chop. And number 3 is called The Obvious Shirts Gambit.
Oh, man.
Which of the 3 would you guys like to hear tonight?
So number 1 being secret number 2 and
about poop.
Number 2 not being secret number 1 just really threw me off. So just to be totally honest with you.
All right, fair.
I think if I'm picking from any of those, I think I know at least the idea of what's going on with the obvious shirts one.
Yep.
So I'll take the obvious choice and do the obvious shirts.
I think the obvious shirts one too, because I want to jump in on it if it's fun. Let's see.
I think you will. So the obvious shirts gambit. I laugh. Shirts stepped out in these Twitter streets. They do Chicago stuff, but they're mostly Cubs. They do a little bit of other teams, but not really much White Sox. They stepped out in these Twitter streets and they realized they saw an opportunity for themselves. They saw the White Sox doing terribly, and they saw a chance to make some shirts to make fun of the White Sox and see if they can grab some of the White Sox crowd. But they were very careful. They know White Sox Twitter is its own thing, and they don't really want to fight with White Sox Twitter on the onset. So what they did, which in a way was smart, is they said, well, we're putting these shirts out there, but we're going to support White Sox content creators, anyone that you tag in this. And what they did by having those people tagged in there was they had those people promote their shirt to all the White Sox Twitter people.
People who sell shirts, promoting them selling their shirts.
Correct.
Yeah, it was nice.
People who already make these types of shirts were out there pushing someone else's shirts, which was hilarious. We did not do this. And we saw it immediately. It was like, well, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's happening. Now, they claim they're going to give some of the proceeds back to the content creators. Now, initially, like, had we been one of the groups that they had chosen, which, of course, they were never going to choose us, but had they chosen us, I would have said, fuck off, because we get paid to do this. We don't want any of your fucking money. Get the fuck out of here. Now, nothing against Obvious Shirts. They do what you got to do. It's your business, whatever. But it cracked me the fuck up, boys, to see other people that sell White Sox stuff being, like all the Obvious Shirts shit. I was like, oh my God, what are we doing here?
I thought what Obvious Shirts did was real smart.
Brilliant.
Brilliant
I liked shit.
Pretty good.
When I saw it, I was like, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Wish I
we
had
did that.
idea.
But I ain't supporting this at all. I would never support this right here because, one, for sure they don't like Sox Twitter. They're never vouching for Sox Twitter. And no hate against them. They got their own fucking business. I'm not.
Right. They're doing fine.
But two, it's like, why would you go against your own fucking interests and say, oh yeah, support Obvious Shirts? I make shirts. Like, if you're making shirts and putting them out there in the streets, I was like shocked at seeing some of the White Sox Twitter content creators like pushing it. I get it. If you're someone solo and you don't have any content, you're not creating any of this stuff, I can almost kind of see it. But like, in a way, you're going against the other people who you're friends with who make shirts and pushing against them. And I thought it was brilliant out of Obvious Shirts because I guess White Sox Twitter, we're kind of dumb. We don't realize what's going on. But for some of you White Sox Twitter content makers, like, think for a second before you start retweeting some shit of someone outside the group who's trying to make money off of us.
Right. Obvious Shirts was in there during the 108 tourney. I remember they were yelling at me at one point for some shit. I don't know. But like,
they're still pissed at us. They're pissed at us about.
Well, sure, I don't care. But like, so they were in there during the 108 tournament. They know we like to retweet. They know that there's a big retweet game in White Sox Twitter, so they used it really well. It was smart. I like what they did. I like what they did. I'm not a big fan of the shirts themselves for these. They do have some good shirts, and man, we were talking about it. MSS, you sent us like the link because like we do like that they don't charge up for fat guys. That's good.
Yes,
yeah.
That's
but
cool.
Like that's cool.
I thought we were.
I did like that Tim Anderson shirt they did, and like it's sad now looking at it, going like this is clearance rack. That's that's not sad from their standpoint. I'm sure they did fine on it. They gotta move. But it's sad as a Sox fan going like, oh man, what we expected Tim Anderson to be. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's sad. And we did talk about this, and I was just trying to look them up because I'm also not a big fan of buying. I understand why people do it, but I don't want to buy a shirt that I would see on a Cubs fan mocking my team, saying sucks.
Correct.
SUX.
Yep.
I'm not wearing that. Okay, it's like sell.
Wave sucks.
I understand sell. Okay, but I don't want my team referred to as the sucks. Okay, you're now you're going into a different territory. But listen, if you want to buy it, because I know how everybody is, they're gonna be like, "Oh, my Zach Summers on there telling me not to do this, and he hates the Wave and blah blah blah." Well, the Wave is different. The Wave has never said the 108 sucks. It has not happened yet, so it's okay. Well, I just don't like the Wave, but you can do the Wave on certain times, but. The Cubs, though, like I don't ever want to hear my team referred to as sucks, and I'm definitely not going to spend $25 on that fucking shirt and then wear it with pride to my fucking team's game. It's just not me. That's like why am I going to cuck myself while I'm at the game wearing a shirt that's making fun of the team that I enjoy?
Just put the shirt on and say I'm an idiot. That's kind of what you're doing with the shirt. Like in a way, like I'm a moron. That's what you're putting. And I'm not hating on anyone. Wear whatever you want because I wear a lot of stuff where I look like an idiot. I had a polo shirt on today that had drawn butter dripping down it. Like I'm an idiot all the time. But I'm just saying, like
I got a question on the drawn butter shirt. I know you're not going to do this in front of your coworkers, but when you got in that Uber, Yeah, you sucked the butter out of that.
Too small, Treasy, too small. It wasn't worth.
The shirt's too small. You couldn't reach it up there, or or what?
No, the little dollop.
Oh, it wasn't enough. It was dried up by then. Okay,
just dried up. Yeah, it's not enough. No, I did not understand the whole thing, and I was like watching it play out. It was a little bit like I didn't want to stop it because I wanted to see what the hell was going to happen with it. But then it was so predictably hilarious to watch like the obvious shirts thing go, and like man, I was like. That's why these guys have a T-shirt business. They know to pick on the weak, and they're like, "Well, you guys are dumb. We'll pick on you." And I was like, man, that was brutal. Like,
I feel so sorry for you. We're gonna make some money off of your Sours, but then we're gonna give you a little to make fun of you. Because then it's okay. It's okay. It's kind of like the Indian, the Native Americans in Florida that are like with the Seminole tribe, and they're like, yeah, go ahead. You know what? You can build that fucking casino. Yo, I'll do whatever you want. Just give me some of that money. Oh, you wanna throw a lighted spear, and ride a horse on the field? Oh, absolutely. Just give me all of your marketing, all of your fucking money that you get off of all the sales of your merch.
Ride a horse with a spear on the field. That sounds awesome. I feel I'd be like Brick Tamel.
They're easy. Do you have 3 choices for your banter too? Because that worked out awesome.
No, but I have a question.
No, it did. It was great.
I have a question because so knowing that Beef wasn't, I didn't know what time Beef was going to be here, right? And like I know how these kind of dinners go, and it's like tough to break away sometimes, or like if service is slow, you're just kind of stuck. So I was like, you know what? I want to, if it's just me and my Sock Summer, I want to do some Simpsons stuff because we like the Simpsons. Beef doesn't like the Simpsons, and Beef, get back here because this is I didn't finish my fucking story, and you need to hear the end of this.
Okay.
And so I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't watched the Simpsons in 20 years, and I was like, what new Simpsons shit? I have no new Simpsons shit to talk about to you. Yeah. And I was thinking, my Sock Summer hasn't watched them in forever either. No. So my question to you guys is, which fan base is more out of touch with the current material? People who consider themselves Simpsons fans, or people that consider themselves Pearl Jam fans?
Oh man!
Oh wow!
Because I was thinking about Pearl Jam. I was like, last album I listened to, like I was like, oh, new album's out. I'm gonna listen to it. Was Binaural. That was like 25 years ago.
And that was before me.
Front to back, no codes. That's what I listened to.
So I've listened to a more recent Pearl Jam record than I have watched The Simpsons. So I'm going to have to go with The Simpsons, or probably Simpson fans are more out of touch with the current product than.
No, I think Pearl Jam is way more out of touch.
I
think the Pearl Jam fans are out of touch because the Simpsons fans stay with it. They're staying with.
I don't think they did.
Anyone's like, oh, I like the Simpsons, but if they dropped off, they don't really like exclaim Simpsons. But people going to concerts right now for Pearl Jam, filling 30,000 stadiums. They're not listening to the recent shit. They're fucking waiting for Even Flow, man. They're waiting for the original shit.
And that's why you go see a Pearl Jam, and there ain't no new shit.
Hits, baby. Yeah, exactly.
There's no new shit.
Okay, so here. So they just released a record, right? They just dropped a new record.
Did they? I don't know.
MSS barely knows.
I'm gonna drop it here like Wolf Blitzer with some breaking news. I ain't gonna listen to it.
They just did, but I wonder. So here's what we'll do when they come out with if they crack a top 10 in album sales or something.
Yeah, live listen.
And people are still listening.
3 of us,
right? So, because they were just on Howard Stern, and they gave Howard Stern, and he gets shit on because he's a really good interviewer. He used to be really good. He is not good anymore. He is a shell of himself. He just does not interview like he used to.
Eddie Barstool said an influence.
He was so good, and he's correct. He was really good back in the day. Now he's bought his own hype, I guess would be the best way to say it.
Oh, he's not prepared.
And he just kind of does things over and over. And you're like, so he's talking with like Pearl Jam. And one of his big things was like, oh, should I call you Ed or Eddie? And he's like, you can call me whatever you want, man. And he's like, okay, well, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? And you're like, that was not a question that a good Howard Stern interviewer ever would ask or talk. Or we wouldn't talk about this. He'd be like, so how fucked up is your life because of your dad? What did he do? Because he left, like he left you and you don't know who he is. What that's what a life's about, right? And you like talk about real shit, not like, should I call you Edward or Eddie? I don't know. Like, fuck, I don't care.
Weak.
So it was a very odd, but yeah, no. So they dropped a new record, so we'll have to see how that went. I've heard a couple of the songs, not bad. But I've definitely listened to a Pearl Jam album more recently than I have watched this episode of The Simpsons. I used to tape it every week when I was out on the West. I don't know if you guys know, I used to live out West. I used to live in California. But I would tape it every week, and I literally probably did it for 6 to 7 years, and I never watched a damn episode.
Imagine a huge stack of beta tapes
just piled up, right?
But I would say that the Simpsons fans, like at least, people that would still recognize it from us. I'm thinking that, but yeah, who knows?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's time to pay some bills, my friend.
Oh shit. You know what? While I was sitting there just yapping, I should have been getting this ready, huh? No, I didn't.
You got it. I'm not worried.
It'll happen.
We're all over it.
Hey, White Sox fans, welcome back to the Shrimp Side. We know you've been waiting for the season to start, and we're excited to have you back. Whether you're coming to a game or just passing by, make sure to stop at Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp on Canal Street. We're open 24 hours a day, ready to serve you delicious seafood that will satisfy your hunger. Whether you're craving mouth-watering shrimp, flaky fish, or even crispy frog legs, we've got you covered. So before the game, during the game, or after the game, come to Lawrence's for a meal that will hit the spot. Stop by one of our 4 locations today or visit our website at chicagoshrimp.com to place an order for pickup or delivery. Come see why Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp has been serving up the seafood you crave since 1950.
I love
now, before we go on, please do not talk, okay? This Saturday,
Sunday.
This Sunday, April 28th, guests at Lawrence's can buy 1 pound of shrimp, large shrimp, and get 1 pound free. So it's buy one, get one free pounds of shrimp. Deal. All locations, all day, no fucking limit. Now, okay. So that's this Sunday. There's 4 locations, April 28th. 1 pound, buy 1 pound, get 1 pound free. No limit, whatever. In the email is like, I hope we don't get Red Lobstered when it comes through. She's like, this is the biggest deal we've ever done in our entire career, that I've been here. And so if you are in to Lawrence's fried shrimp this Sunday, go buy 2 pounds for 1 pound price and bring it into the game and share it with all of us. That'd be great.
I mean, I was recently reading the Bible, and I'm pretty sure that's how Jesus fed all those people. That's it.
That's correct.
If I got my Bible stories right.
Hell yeah.
Now, I don't appreciate Quernsey putting in quotations, it doesn't sell. She knows it doesn't sell.
She got your back. She got your back in your argument.
It's not like I says it
no,
doesn't
she
sell.
She don't have your back.
It don't sell.
She's saying you claim it don't sell.
It claims it doesn't sell. The best part, and I'm sure we've talked about this because we have Alexis Lopez and then Missy Carroll's not nowhere to be found because she's too famous now because she's got 3 million fucking views on something. But Alexis is in here and has been asking for women's merch, and I have explained to her several times. I've done women's merch 18,000 fucking times and it doesn't sell. Women don't buy it. They're always like this. And I said, we've made this shirt. And Alexis is like, I don't like that. Of course, because no women like any of the stuff that we do. I get it. She's like, I want a racerback tank. I go, send me the shirt or send me what you want. Send me what you see. Quernsey wants to be now. Yes. Alexis wants a racerback.
She came over the top of you. Fuck you.
I don't know.
Two things real quick.
Hold on. Before we get there, before you go, I just want to make this one last point. Alexis and Missy were talking to us. I go, send me the shirt you want me to make. She sends it and she goes, this is what I like. And Missy goes, I don't like that. I don't think women will like that. And it's like, you two can't get in on the same page. I'm not buying more shit that's not going to sell. It's just not happening. So we're going to give Alexis the goddamn logo. She can make whatever fucking racerback.
No.
Peanuts,
fuck that.
all that shit.
No.
Have a good
time. We're not giving away.
I'm giving it away.
So
giving it away.
Here's the thing. She's
tired of it.
Alexis is coming at me because her and Missy are always telling us do women's merch.
That's true.
And so Missy came out today and was like, hey, I got some new shirts. They're 22% off for the 22 losses. Yep. So I clicked on it because I was like, well, I want to see what the women's shirts are like because I want to copy that shit because if she knows how to sell women's shirts, it's about time we get to copy something.
We do it. Yeah, we copy someone. Yeah, everyone copies us. Why not we copy someone?
Yeah, so it's our turn, right? Like so I look and it's only men's shirts.
Yep.
And so I said, where's the link to the women's shirts? Because I honestly figured there was a link. And I'm just missing it.
They make so much money on them.
And there's no link. It's not there. And so now I'm the asshole. And now my wife's in the comments going, give me free shit. I don't know what's going on. How did I become the bad guy here?
Always.
You're
always the bad guy.
V-necks. I think we did V-necks already, too.
Of course.
We've done all these things.
We've done all this shit. No one buys it. No one
buys it.
The women don't care. They don't want to buy nothing.
It's okay. It's okay. Make $1 million.
Right.
Hit their Venmo, hit their Cash App. That's all.
There you go.
Let's get down to the business, guys.
Nitty-gritties.
We got to bring something back. We got to bring something back, even though this is probably the most improbable time to bring this back. Because who would think that this would be a good time to bring back the horny meter? Only beef.
Only
beef. Only beef would think that.
I'm sorry about this.
And so we're gonna go through some guys. And I'm a little concerned how this is gonna go.
It's not great.
I'm a little concerned how this goes. Well, we're gonna go out. We're gonna start. We're gonna start with someone who I think will most people will find pretty horny. We're gonna start with Martin Maldonado. Just raking, just absolutely raking. And speaking of discount codes, I told these guys the other day, I was like, when he was hitting like 071, I was like, dude, I'm gonna do a discount code for however far under 100 his batting average is. And I got other shit happened. I didn't get to do it. And I'm so
no, hang on. Let me stop this. You know what it was? You were trying to get MSS to do it for you. Like you're trying to get him to do the bingo board for you. Yeah, exactly. And MSS like, go ahead, do it when you're ready.
Yes.
Nothing happened.
No. I said I'm gonna do it. But here's the problem.
Thank you. Let's high five.
There you go.
Here's the problem. I got drunk. But
because I got high.
But luckily I did, because it would be like 90% off right now.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Sounded horrible.
Absolutely.
Which would have been kind of awesome. But
no, it wouldn't be.
Get away from me. You're giving away our logos. Shut up.
Hey, so no work for us though.
My sex summer.
For us.
Sex summer. How horny are you for Martin Maldonado?
Okay, so here's what I did. And again, folks, if you don't follow us on the YouTubes, you probably should, because this bit is going to be 100% because of like only works on the YouTube. I have picked stock art that represents how horny I am for this person. Now, the first person, Martin Maldonado, this is the picture that I picked for him. It is an older gentleman on the side of a bed.
Brother-in-law?
His hand, no, that's horrible. His hand is in his head. Is in his hand.
Looks good though.
The wife is sitting behind him, blurred, very upset because the man cannot get it up. I am definitely not horny for Martin Maldonado. Not right now. No.
That poor guy, man. Is that Martin at the plate? Is that
wrong one? There we go.
Man, yeah.
Yeah,
that's Martin at the plate right now, man.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah.
Beef, where are you at with Martin?
Bro, I mean, this is the one your boy's been telling you about for a long time. But by the time you actually meet her, you know it's kind of over. And then they're like, wait. She does this certain thing. And once you get in there, you will know. You will love it. You can't see it from looking at it right now. But when you're down, man, oh, my God, it'll change your fucking life. And you're like, no, thank you. Walk away. I am not interested. I'm leaving the bar. I'm going somewhere else. That's where I'm with Martin Maldonado right now.
I don't blame you. And a lot was promised. And for the fact that like Astros fans were like, oh man, I wish we still had Martin. It's like, what? Why? What did he do? Where did he touch you? But for me, this is that like really nice person that really, really wants to get down with you. And you got to find the kindest, gentlest way to say, that shit ain't going to happen. That's where I'm at with Martin right now. Because I genuinely like the guy. And I think he's, like,
and you want this to work. You'd like this to work, but it's not.
And it seems like he has a positive effect on the pitchers. Like everybody seems saying like, man, he does this, and like I like pitching to him and all this stuff.
Pitcher whisperer, or the pitcher whisperer,
allegedly, yeah. But
Martin,
but the pitchers aren't doing that good anymore, and he can't hit, and he can't frame.
No.
And he's backhanding balls and
he can't
them
block
off in the sky.
So
it's all bad.
This is a big MSS and I thing. Like, it's fine. Like, the framing thing, yeah, we get it. But if you can't even block the goddamn ball that goes in the dirt, like, what the fuck? What are you doing here?
And honestly, the umps in this twin series, the fucking Twins catcher was fucking framing shit left and right and getting strike calls when they were like 6 inches out off the plate, 6 inches below the guy's knees. They're just strike. We're like, what the fuck is happening? And it's like, and Martin is not getting any of these calls whatsoever. Not one. Fuck.
Motherfucker.
Right down.
All right.
Right down.
I'm gonna go to the next one. I think this one might elicit a little bit more of a reaction. I'm gonna start with you, Beef. Michael Kopech.
Michael Kopech is that old fling. She's looked hot in the past and disappointed you mightily. And then looked hot again. Like you saw her out again. It's like, oh man, she's looking right, you know. But at this point in time, you're just like, I'm not going down that well. I'm finna pass, even though I see the hotness, because I know the blow-up risk is there. And we saw it in Minnesota the other night. It was like, oh man, you're hot again. And then nope, they're blasting home runs off you, and we can't even trot your ass back out there in the ninth inning because we don't trust you. And I know Pedro got a lot of shit for that, but I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I ain't sending Michael back out there. Michael got hit the motherfucker. They hit that fastball like shit. I ain't sending them back out. And that's the way I'm feeling about Michael right now. I just can't get down with you, Michael. It's not overpowering enough. The slider ain't there enough. I'm sorry, baby.
That's actually a pretty good pull that he had there.
I thought so.
That's not a horny thing. I mean, like pulling him out of the game.
Yeah.
MSS, where are you at with Michael Kopech?
I mean, I hate to say it because I love the man. He's beautiful. He's great. He had that one game. He did the 6 outs, and he was good. But this is the picture that is me. He's got the hot girl on the side of the bed, and he's on the other side with his nice, luscious locks of hair, looking into the window like, I just don't know if I have it tonight, baby. I don't know if I can do it 6 times, you know? And I'm gonna struggle to do it 3 times. I don't think I can do it 6. So
we're gonna get
confidence.
We're gonna get only 3 or 4 more pictures out of MSS, right? But I have to believe he scrolled through thousands of pictures today.
Look at these.
No, I didn't actually.
This was the most effort he's put into anything in a long time.
I mean, that's a great shot, though, right there. I mean, that's almost perfect of the explanation.
That looks like Patrick Bateman, by the way. That lady should run.
He wouldn't be sad, though. He wouldn't be sad.
That lady should. No, he's just getting ready.
No, she'd be
He's
dead.
just listening. He's listening to sports right now, and he's about to pull an axe from under there. That lady should run.
Why is there so much plastic in this room? And then an axe shows up right in her head. It's just bad. Chorizo.
So I'm a little different area than you guys. So to me, this is that wild lady that may slap a bouncer in the face and then puke in the Uber on the way home, or it's gonna be fucking magic. And to that, I say,
they're both fine.
Yes.
I'm here for the roller coaster.
Let's go.
I'm here for the roller coaster. All right.
He's all in on Kopech. I love this. I love this shit.
I'm in too, honestly. I just don't.
I'm not.
I just don't know if it's going to be good or bad.
I think it's over.
You know what, Beef?
It's probably going to be bad.
If you're going to have a shitty season and you're gonna lose a lot of games in bullshit ways, having an electric 100-mile-per-hour throwing, you never know what you're going to get, 8th or 9th inning guy is going to be a little bit fun.
My only issue there is he showed that if the fastball even dips down to like 98, the other teams will hit it. And that's tough, man. That's tough.
Beef, there is cocaine for that.
Yeah.
All right.
I know, but I'm just saying, that's not a lot of room for error there. It's a little sketchy.
Nil.
Huh? Yeah,
it's
there's
like
almost
nil,
nothing, right?
Yeah.
And unless he starts throwing that slider. Now the slider looked good. He just didn't throw it very much. They were off of it. He's got to start throwing that motherfucker, in my opinion.
I'm not going to name names, but he needs to start coming in the game like former Angels late inning reliever who may or may not have been coked out of his fucking mind. That's
allegedly.
Like, he sweats like he already is, but like, let's make sure.
Double down. Gotcha.
Go back out west, MSS. Get him some of that good shit.
Hook him up.
Let's get him.
I know.
Let's get him rolling.
About that stuff, but yes, it was some amazing stuff that I used to get out west. Yeah.
All right. Next
Don't
up.
feel half your face kind of shit. Yeah. That's
Next. Speaking of stroking, next up, we got our guy, Danny Mendick. MSS, where are you at with Danny Mendick?
Man, this is how horny I am for Danny Mendick right here. That's right. You got the woman down below the man, and she's just looking up and going, yes, baby. I am so horny. Give me that thing. That is how I am for Danny Mendick. Listen, he isn't like your Andrew Vaughn where you're disappointed and you're hoping that something's going to happen. He's found money. He's found money at the casino, whatever. You're like, let's just ride this until it doesn't work. He comes up. He's having a good season, down in the minors. They bring him up. He continues to still have a good little run going. He's doing what he can do to help this team win. So, yeah, I'm definitely in on Mendick, and it makes it very horny for the Mendick. That's going to definitely get clipped.
What a picture!
I will not clip that.
No.
Definitely get it. Someone will.
Somebody will.
Beef, where are you at?
To me, Danny Mendick's like that chick at the bar that everyone really likes, but they kind of don't like. Okay. And if you know what I mean. But then she got her hair did. She got that good job, and she's made up right. And now you and your bros are like really excited she's back. But you're seeing the same old shit, man. And you're like, I don't think so. This ain't nothing new. And I really ain't interested. And everyone's excited, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, I ain't down. I don't think it's going to work out. I think it's going to be it used to be. I'm sorry. I hate to be a downer, but I ain't getting down with that. I'll let everyone else get down with that, but I'm going to pass.
It's weird for you to not be into the new hip movement in this segment. All right? The fuck is wrong?
Especially an older one.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That is odd.
You got to worry about the health of the hips, but like,
yeah, no, I'm not feeling it.
I'm kind of in between here because I'm not sure if that's just a padded bra or if there's been implants afoot.
Oh man,
yes, sir.
But I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get in there and find out. Like, I don't know. I'm with MSS in like, it doesn't hurt to find out because you have nothing else at this position. Yeah. Like, this is like if he were blocking, like if this is like, let's go back a few weeks.
Yeah.
And he's blocking maybe Lenine Sosa, and you want to get that extra look at Lenine and go like, well, maybe we were wrong. Maybe we were wrong. Let's get some run here because there's power there. You know that's a thing. You look at it now and you're like, well, Sosa's not a thing.
No.
They could cut him and we probably wouldn't care. Right. There's no one else. There's no other.
It's true.
There's no one else down there. And like, because Moncada's out, there's plenty of infield play. Our guy Shoemake is out there. Nicky Lopez is out there. Like, no one's losing time because of him being there.
Yeah.
So let's find out. Let's get lucky once and at least get like a guy that's serviceable.
Right.
It's not going to happen though. That's my take. It's like the 31-year-old guy is not going to make it. I'm sorry.
I get where you're coming from.
I've seen it like 7 times, and Danny's played a substantial amount of time for the White Sox in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, whatever the fuck year. Actually, 2023 was at the Mets. Regardless, he hasn't really been good ever, and I don't expect him to be good. Now, if he if he gets some hits here or there, great. I like Danny. I'll cheer for Danny. I'm not buying into Danny.
Man,
I like that you clapped so we knew how you would cheer for him.
Yes, this is exactly how I'm going to do it. Like a stuck-up asshole. Just like this.
We got a quick drink here from our guy Bardo. He says, cheers, fellas. Road to 120 doesn't stop.
Man.
More blogs, fellas.
Oh, it's coming, baby. It's coming, Steven. Thank you.
I'll get to that later.
Oh, you're going to bring that out? I appreciate that.
I might as well.
Yeah, you should.
All right. Up next, the rookie starting pitchers. The rookie. So we're talking to Strini and Cannon here.
Yes, sir.
So, Beef, where you at?
The rookie starting pitchers, young, kind of hot. They got the good hair. We know that.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of like smelly. Like the hygiene isn't quite right. And you can't get over it, man. Like you want to be in, but then you're like, I don't. They're too feral right now. They need to get their act together. They need to clean their act up. They need to you're in the majors now. You gotta clean up your hygiene a little bit, and then you come back to us, and then you're something. Right now, I can't get down with either of them. Like I want to get down with them, but it's just they're not refined enough. The hygiene is off. They stink. So I don't know. Like pimples. There's a lot of shit going on.
I need to get to how stinky. How stinky is this? Is this like some mouthwash will fix this? Yeah. Or is this like, man, you got to take some medication for this breath?
No, it's just more. It's more mouthwash. Just get your normal act together. Okay. Just like you're not used to being out here with everybody. Like you're not used to being out with all the people.
So it's attainable. It's not like, yo, you need to brush your teeth.
I smell tremendous, Alexis. I always smell good. Every place I go, someone tells me how good I smell. So you get out.
That's bullshit.
At the Romova, I kid you not, the bartender, first thing she said to me is, "You smell great." And I told my wife that. I said, "You want to fight this woman?" And she said that. She's like, "No, she looks like
no." Because you know why? She liked you because you gave her the corporate card. And
I didn't give her nothing yet. She just could smell the beef, and she knew what's up. So
I'm just happy that it's easy.
Smells like Jardinere.
Thing. Just got to floss up a little bit. They're brushing their teeth. The teeth are looking good. You just need to floss a little bit to get it a little bit better, right? And Carney's correct. They do work on They're on tips. So, yep.
All right, MSS.
Yes, that's me. The rookies. It's kind of touch and go, right? But again, they're really not as bad as I expected them to be. So this is the picture that I'm picking, and it's, hey, baby, we're good to go. I'm going to be getting down with you. And the girl is like, yes, I know that your mattress is on the floor in this apartment that you're renting from your brother-in-law, but it's fine. Let's do this thing while you're gone.
What is this picture? Like, was he checking that he still has a penis?
Yeah, he's like, hey, listen.
Oh, hey, good to go.
It's like, I'm not sure if I got it tonight. Oh, yes, I do. Here I am. I got him up and I'm ready to go. So he is definitely. I'm horny enough for the rookie pitchers to get down for sure.
But
show.
I wish I would have seen that picture. I would have started the show with that picture.
I'll leave it in there for you.
I'm good.
I can't stop laughing with that picture.
Yes. We're good to go.
So for me, guys, telling you, the stripper, she's really in love with me. I could tell. It's not like the other times. This one, she's really special. She's really special. I won't get hurt. I promise you, I will not get hurt again. This is love. This is for real. We're good. I'm not concerned at all.
That's All Sox Twitter too. That's All Sox Twitter. Like falling in love with these guys. One start. They had one decent start, and then each of them their second start horrible. They got fucking knocked around. They got their asses kicked. Yeah. It's like
they were calling obvious shirts to be like, "Hey, Nick, we need more Nick Castrini shirt, please. Please make us a Nick Castrini is the guy. Is him."
Let me say it this way: we're not giving up on these young starters.
We're
just saying right now they don't look quite ready. Like it takes some time. Like sometimes you got to get your ass kicked a little bit, and then they go down. They'll be back up. No worries.
It all feels familiar, right? Yes. Like we're anointing guys' roster spots before they've done anything of note, right? Like the guy has one good start up there, and you're like, all right, Ross, the rotation's almost. Why did we even get Clevenger? Like we're not going to be able to have a spot for him. It's like, wait, this is not as good as you think. Right. Chris Flexen is terrible. Like, there's a lot going on. But so, I want these guys to be good, but I also don't feel like they did anything where I'm like, this is never going to work.
Right.
But when you watch the second Nastrini start, it was all the things that you had heard were the problems, were cropping up as the problems.
Yeah.
And so if those are still problems, give them a little work, bring them back up. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to bring guys up for 1 or 2 starts just to get Crochet more rest.
Yep.
And probably Fetty more rest too. Last year's the most Fetty's ever pitched as well.
Correct.
And so like those 2 guys look fine. Like even though there's been some rough spots, some rough patches for them, like I'm fairly confident that they're both going to be okay. Fetty's don't really put them through the third time too often.
Well, he was great last night.
But he was great
last night.
Yeah, but last night was good. But like that's why I said not too often. But but you're going to need to get those guys rest, right? Like so you gotta find situations to do that, and bringing these guys up for spot starts or bringing them up for 2 times through the rotation there's going to be a lot of opportunity for that. I think plenty of time to see these guys and see what they've got. So I'm not worried about that at all.
Of course, no one's gotten hurt yet. No one's been down for like a month because they got, dead arm or the fuck. They got plenty of opportunity to come back up here. And Treasy, as you mentioned, like some of the warts happen. Like I was more worried about Nastrini than Jonathan Cannon, because Cannon looked like was overthrowing the fastball a little bit. He was keeping it a little too straight instead of like having the movement and all this shit. Nastrini got hit hard in start 1. They just caught most of it, and one ball got out of the ballpark. Start 2, they hit him hard again, and so like he's got to find a little something there. He's still a guy. He's still potential, but slow the fuck down, man. These guys are going to show up and be Chris Sale. Like it's going to take some time for these guys to get their act together.
All right. Last one on the horny meter. Andrew Benintendi. Beef, I'll start with you.
You know what? I love the Gilfs, but only when they stay on point. Not when they let the nappy dugout get grungy, and then even a Gilf guy like me just can't get down with Benny. I'm sorry. He's past his shelf life. He's like those Craft Cave IPAs that MSS was like, do not drink those. Those are nasty. And Treasy and I drank them anyway, and they were horrible. That's where Benny is for me right now, because I saw it floated out there on Twitter. I'm never a guy who's like, oh, this guy gave up, he's not working hard, or all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know about all that. Like most people go to work and they work hard. But there's been a lot of Benintendi's not really putting it all in, putting the work in or whatever. I'm like, either he's cooked or he's not. He's like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm collecting my money
anymore.
And I want to believe he's cooked. But either way, it's terrible. I just cannot watch it, and like I'm so out on Benintendi right now. You know what he can do for me? He can go out in May and have a 150 WRC plus and actually fucking crush and be great, and then he'd get me back. But right now, I'm way out on him.
Man,
yeah, it
feels wrong.
Over. It feels over for him. MSS, where are you at?
I'm in the same vein, but it's not even like, and as Lo said, like I saw him the other night, like he's just kind of staring off into space, like he doesn't even know what the fuck's wrong. And that's why I got to use this one. The woman is just embarrassed. We are the woman, we are the lady here, and we're just so embarrassed that this guy can't even get it up. Look, I mean, you got the arm tats, you got the new hairdo, you got all this shit going, but you got no junk in the trunk, you got nothing going on. You can't get no motion in the ocean. You can't get it going. So no, we're embarrassed for you how bad it is. I mean, it is just bad. I feel sort of bad for him, but not really, because he's got a lot of like money to like wipe up his tears. He's okay. And it's just so quintessential Sox too, that like the one guy that this front office was like, who we really need to pay is this guy. And then it just like blows up right in the face. You're just like, oh God. Like if you needed any more signs that you don't make good decisions.
But it doesn't really blow up right in the face.
It never blows up at all.
Not at all in that picture. But like you had your Grandal signing, which is horrible. The Keuchel signing, horrible. And now you got Benintendi, and you're just like, this is the trio of horribleness that you have picked. Like, these are the people we need. These are the guys. No, they're not. Not at all. Not even close. They're like the worst. I can't wait for Andrew to slap somebody in the hot tub this year, and then we have to get him the fuck out of here.
The guy in your picture looked like every guy that was tweeting yesterday about how Foxtrot closed because Chicago's a shithole.
That's a great poll.
So Andrew Benintendi, the position he's got us in right now, we're all basically the off-camera husband in the adult film where the husband's gone just long enough for the pizza delivery guy to get the most gratuity anyone's ever gotten for delivering a pizza.
God.
That's who we are. That's who we are in this situation. We all
find the
fell
exact
for it.
change.
Good God.
We need 4 quarters to find. Oh, I'll go find 4 quarters. I'll be right back. Boom. Music hits. Wah-wah pedal is going, and you know what's happening. Yeah.
I mean, I saw an article today. Fangraphs, Dan Zaborski is saying like the White Sox aren't that unlucky. I'm like, what the fuck? Yes, we are. The guy who we signed for all this money, who should be like a league average hitter, has like a 7 WRC plus. Give me the fucking break. Like, yes, we are unlucky. These guys who should be like just regular, maybe mediocre bad guys have been horrible. And Benintendi's leading that pack right there. He's been bad at goddamn everything.
I still remember when we got Benintendi. And I think the resounding thing from us, or at least I remember I said this, was like, he's a regular ass left fielder. And it cost $15 million to get a guy like that.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like an overpay or anything. I just thought you were bidding on a normal free agent that plays the outfield.
Right.
That's what you got. And he has been so much worse than that.
Yes.
Yes, he's been terrible. Terrible.
And like you thought, man, if the power doesn't come back, at least he's going to get on base. And he's going to play a good left field. Everybody says he's good out there. Beef, I remember us coming back from Cincinnati, and me and you were both like, we were shaking our heads in the stands because we were in left field for that. So we were like right there watching him play. And we were like, he does not look like he ever gets a good jump on it.
No.
No. And we were like, we had some more drinks and we're just like, you know what? It's probably a weird stadium. It's probably a weird stadium. We're drunk. It's a weird stadium. He's probably normally fine. And then we got back to Chicago and we watched some games and we're like, oh shit.
Maybe he needs some fucking glasses. You know, like maybe he should get his eyes checked. You know, like Ricky Vaughn, and just like, hey man, we should
like Raylo. He's like Raylo. He needs LASIK.
Like, I just couldn't, dude. It's been blurry up there for a while. I didn't know, and it's not supposed to be blurry. I don't know. It's like, what the fuck? Lord Almighty.
All right, MSS.
You know what's not blurry though?
Baseball is back, White Sox fans, and we're thrilled to have you back on the South Side and excited to help you make this season even more special. Whether you're celebrating a win or lamenting a loss, there's no better way to do it than in a Mazda from Mazda of Orland Park. Driving a Mazda is a truly thrilling experience. It's just like watching Paul DeYoung hit homers at the park. And just like Paul, Mazda cars are some of the most reliable and stylish vehicles on the road. They offer an enjoyable driving experience with sleek designs and advanced technology. Mazdas are also fuel efficient, making them a practical choice for those who want to save money on gas. So why not take your car game to the next level and test drive a Mazda today? Mazda of Orland Park, home of the Zoom Zoom Nation. 8910 West 159th Street, Orland Park. 708-444-3200. Zoom Zoom.
Now, this Sunday, if you buy a Mazda at Mazda of Orland Park, I will send you free 108 merch for a year. That's what will happen. So buy a Mazda this Sunday.
I got a question for you. Does that include women's merch? But I got a question for you. So this happened to me today. You know, I've always got my eye out for a Mazda rolling down the street, you know?
Yes, sir.
So I'm walking out of work and a Mazda rolls by, but it's like the exact same color as mine. It's the same model and everything, probably a similar year even. And it rolls by and I look at the license plate and it's the first 2 letters of my license plate. And I don't know what the last 4 are. And I was like, I wonder if that's my car.
Like,
you guys ever have that happen to you? Yes. Like it wasn't my car. It wasn't my car. Like I walked another block and my car was there. But like, but unless that guy just got out, he's like, I'll put it back in the same pot
right here.
I can't believe that guy
never know.
Me.
It's like the Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
You ever had that? You see like your exact
mileage.
you see that exact model of your car that looks like so similar to your car, and you're like, I don't know what my license plate is. That might be my fucking car.
Why are they driving away with that shit? Yes, of course. Everyone's had that at least one time. Like, what the fuck? What's that? Oh, no, that's not my car.
I'm chasing the guy, right? I'm running on the street. I throw my laptop at
This is where it becomes a lie. I've always had the personalized plates. I have the personalized plates, so I always know what they are, right? Like, so
we're supposed to go on vacation tomorrow. I don't know where we're going.
Quincy's just allegedly.
I love it. She's fucking burying you guys.
Merch not selling, and now
she's
you don't
burying
know what
you two guys. I'm free. I'm skating.
I deserve every bit. I don't care. All right.
I don't deserve it. I'll tell you that.
But you know what I deserve? I deserve to get to play this because I love it.
Do it.
Fucking much.
Smash or pass. 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 Smash or pass.
God, it's beautiful.
It's so good.
I swear I did not play that twice. That is just that's one time through. That's one time through.
It's perfection.
So when we did the Soundgarden thing recently, I wanted to look up like what else is turning 30 or what else, is coming up, and there were so many big albums that came out the same year as that Soundgarden album. I'm like, we can't do all these. We can't, like, it's just too much, and it's just, and like, like not everybody loves all these albums that we do. So like, yeah. So like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna combine these into a smash or pass. And we're going to go through them, and I'm going to have you guys smash or pass. And I did it, and I was already at like 12 albums. Yeah. And Beef is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Too many.
That's way too much. Well, I pared it down. I pared it down. There's probably still too many. But we're going to get into it. So this is albums. These are all turning 30 this year. They all came out in 1994. And
good year.
Some great stuff. Some great stuff. And I'm going to start you guys off with an easy one, where I'm going to guess you're both going to smash, but we'll see. So the Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die album came out in 1994. Beef, you smashing or passing?
This is such an easy smash. I mean, it's like the debut album for Notorious B.I.G. Juicy is an all-time song. It's one of these songs where you listen to it and it's like anything that you've done in your life, you've accomplished or whatever, you feel it through that song Juicy. And I think everyone kind of does. Like the way he wrote that song, the way he like brought that song up is like, hey, I was nothing, and then all of a sudden I'm almost something kind of. And like anytime you accomplish something, like that song really resonates with you. But it's just a great album regardless. One More Chance is terrific. Big Papa obviously was the big radio song, and it was like a huge video at the time, like one of the best ever. As an MC, Biggie was like outstanding, and we only got 2 full-length albums out of him, which is a huge shame. Like, there should be 20 albums for Biggie. He shouldn't have gone so young, but like, yes, easy smash, terrific album.
I'm going to agree, but I'm also going to a smash based on Juicy alone, but then to go over top, give me The Loot, one of my favorite songs on this record. Big song. I love that. And it's just because he's doing all the voices in the song too. It's not even like there's other people. It's like him doing the same voice or like doing all the different voices, which is fun. And then Who Shot Ya?
Great track. Yeah.
Great step. Cover's awesome too. I had that on.
All right. Let's see if we get in some more that are maybe a little bit more difficult for you guys. So next up, one of my favorite albums of this era is Stone Temple Pilots' Purple. And MSS, I'm going to start with you. Smash or pass on Stone Temple Pilots' 12 Gracious Melodies, the album Purple.
Oh, dude. I'm passing way the fuck fast. Like, as fast as I can past this fucking record. This record single-handedly, I think, ruined the Stone Temple Pilots for me. I hated it. I hated everything about this record. And then people trying to tell me how deep these guys are and listen to this. You got to check this. You got to do that. No, fuck that. Don't like it. Don't like Stone Temple Pilots Purple. No. First album, Car, I'm okay with it. Purple, fucking lost me altogether. I was like, I cannot listen to these guys anymore. I fucking hate them. Pass.
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of knew that was coming, but I love the ferocity.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's just even thinking about Vaseline makes me want to like irk. It's like, it's like too much.
Silver Gun Superman, such a great song. Beef. Where are you at?
Bro, it's a big smash, a huge smash. I can't believe MSS doesn't have any appreciation for this fucking album. I know it's a overplayed album and shit like that, but like Big Empty was huge on the Crow soundtrack. Interstate Love Song is a great driving song. It's just a great get in the car, listen to that song, whatever. He's shitting on Vaseline. It's the real Loungefly, great song. Unglued, great song. Like they're almost the entire album is filled with songs that like are great rock songs. And I get the overplayedness, and maybe I get like maybe a girlfriend broke up with him that really loved this band or whatever. But like this is a good album, and like even if you're like lukewarm on this shit, but like I love this album at time and place, and I would listen to this album again and again. So easy smash for me.
MSS, which DeLeo brother banged the girl that you liked?
Hey, great guitar players. Oh, I mean, just awful songwriters. You know, I mean, it's just what it is.
Tremendous frontman. One of the best frontmen of the era.
I feel so bad that he wasted so much time in these bands singing these shitty songs. I mean, Velvet Revolver was so much better than anything.
I respect this. I respect this take right here. At least he recognizes Island was really good.
And at least he's like really all in on them being. He thinks they're terrible. I'm just appalled. All right, let's get to the next one. Now this is interesting. This is Beastie Boys, Ill Communication. This is actually for me. First like concert I ever went to was the Beastie Boys on this tour.
94.
So, I think it was in 95 actually when the show happened. No, it was just them.
Show.
It was supposed to be them and
Lollapalooza.
It was supposed to be them and Bad Brains, and Bad Brains like got caught, couldn't get across the border. Like the night before was in like Windsor or something, and they couldn't get back through. And so it was just the Beastie Boys. I think MC Hurricane did like a set because they're like, we got nothing. We got nothing here. Yeah. We got to do something. So yeah, Beastie Boys, Ill Communication, Beef. DJ I'll start with you. DJ.
For me, this is going to be a pass. And I went to this. I went to this show with you, Treasy, and like I actually took my girlfriend, and you were with your boys, and we all drove together. Like I like the section of the album that has Sabotage, Get It Together, and Sabrosa. The rest of the album to me is a big throwaway, and I think the Beastie Boys are important in the landscape of music, but I'm not a big fan of basically any of their albums. And this album, to me, particularly weak. And I would pass all day on this. Like the show was totally fine. I enjoyed it, but like I don't love this album. I don't listen to this album ever.
Just threw up on Sure Shot and Root Down. I can't.
I'm not in there. Yeah, no.
Dude, all right. Sure Shot might be one of the best opening tracks to any album ever. Sure Shot is a great fucking song. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. 100%.
It would have been great if MSS was like, I'm passing too.
I'm snatching the shit out of this record.
Love that song, Pass.
I mean, I don't know if I've talked about this. I'm sure I have, but my first tape that I ever bought was Licensed to Ill. So, I mean, I've been a Beastie Boys fan since the beginning. A friend of mine told me, this is like, and I don't remember saying this as a child, but I told him, like, these guys are going to be really good for years to come, apparently. Apparently, I knew they were going to be that. I don't remember saying that, but apparently I did. But I love this record. And like, you get like more into the Beastie Boys, as you listen to the record more and more, you start hearing more things and more things come out, and it's better. And this does not age bad. It's great. Get It Together with Q-Tip, unbelievable. Fucking flute loop, just a flute loop. It's just I can't. Yes, it's smashing. I love this record. Love the Beastie Boys. I love. I don't know what is wrong with you. I don't know what is wrong with you.
It's just not that good,
man. I wish we could have done the horny meter for this with MSS.
God damn, really? I would have come all over this one. I'll tell you that.
I'll just say I love Heart Attack, man. What a great track. All right, next up, TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. I'm telling you, this year was nuts. Like the amount of stuff that came out in '94 is crazy.
I mean, am I going first?
MSS, you're first.
I'm smashing the shit out of this. I love this record, and it's not even just for the hits and the fact that like I've probably sang 3 of these songs with my daughters in a car. I mean, that's how timeless these are, and that the fact that they know what waterfall, understand waterfalls and do the little motion, and then creep. I mean. Yeah, no, we're smashing that. Just on those 2 songs alone.
Beef, where are you at?
I mean, gigantic smash, of course. I mean, there's such talent in this group and like such balance as far as the songwriting, as far as the attributes, like the singing, the rapping, everything. Like they pull all that stuff together. Waterfalls is great. Red Light Special is great. Like the radio hits just like absolutely crushed everything that was out there at the time. That's why this album got so humongous. But in general, the group is just like a super group. And you didn't realize it when it was actually happening. And then when it was over, it's like, oh shit, man, we can't, it's not going to happen anymore. And I've heard interviews with T-Boz and listening to her talk about the songwriting process or whatever. And it's like, you just realize how genius they were and how ahead of their time they were. And so like, great album. And I should go listen to this shit the second we're done with this podcast.
I would just recommend. You guys mentioned at least MSS did Singing with Your Daughters. Probably not Red Light Special. Let's skip that one for the sing-alongs.
It's a little more adult, but
not a great sing-along. But
listen, there's a lot of songs that they play on the radio that you listen to as an adult, as I have, and you're like, holy shit, this is so sexual. And I had no idea it was that sexual until your 6-year-old is singing it in the back seat while you're grooving onto it. And you're like, wait a second. I cannot say this. She should not be dancing like this. Like, this is ridiculous. So luckily, the 2 songs we play off this record are not,
Jackie Treehorn says, hard pass for Andre Rison.
If you know, you know.
Fuck that, Jackie. I will help them burn down Andre Rison's house. All right?
How dare you?
She passed too, Jackie. That's horrible. I mean, she's not even around to defend herself anymore.
That's funny shit.
Her ghost burned down Tyreek Hill's house, though.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Damn. Cheesy.
Speaking of smash, Offspring smash. This is their huge coming out album. Beef, where are you at on Offspring smash?
You know what? I enjoyed Self-Esteem, but I'm going to pass on this album. I just never got really into the Offspring. Like, nothing against them. It just didn't really hit the B-flow kind of right there. No hate, but just not an album I would pick up and re-listen to right now.
I chose this one over Bad Religion just because I knew you would pass on this one. I thought there might be a chance you would go for Bad Religion. I was like, no. I need to get a pass. I need to get some passes. Beef will pass on this one. My Suck Summer, where are you at?
I when it came out, I definitely did not like it, and I still really don't like it. It's not. No, I don't like Self-Esteem. Gotta Get Away is actually not a bad song. I think that one would probably be okay. I don't like Self-Esteem at all. I don't like it. So yeah, I would also pass. I like some of their later stuff a little better. Not Fly for a White Guy. Don't like that one either. But there was some other stuff that Offspring like. But then I also learned that Offspring was like self-funded and like they did their own thing and they made all their own money and they were very independent. Then I was like, okay, I had respect for the band that they hadn't got as big as they had gotten, because it was like, wasn't this record like one of the biggest indie label releases ever or sales? Yeah. Like it was huge.
I think this was Epitaph, or this was this Epitaph or this was pre-Epitaph? I can't remember, but yeah, it was smashed numbers for an independent album.
So as like a musician a wannabe guy, I was like, that's awesome. The story is awesome. It's just too bad the music sucks, And
they have like some crazy mix of band members too. Like they're like everybody's in like a doctor, like or has like a doctorate, except for like the guitarist who was like a janitor. Like it's just like it's.
Well, no, isn't the guitar player Noodles? And Noodles, I think, but I think he is I think he does have his doctorate.
Oh, he's like Will Hunting. He's
all my maybe I don't know. All the guys that I knew out in California, this was like one guy. This was like his favorite band of all time. He knew all those dudes and was like would always be like, "Oh man, I love this guy." Like, man, I don't really like him. I think it kind of sucks. He's like, "You're just not listening." You know, it's like you guys in Stone Temple Pilots. He was the same thing.
You don't got to listen too deep on Offspring, but Bad Habits is a jam.
Yeah, you don't.
Bad Habits definitely a jam. I love that song. No, I get that. Like, I don't think that this is something that like is for everybody. So I get that that's it would be a double pass here. I was wondering if we would get a smash, but double pass. All right. Next up, REM Monster. MSS, going to you first.
No, I'm fucking passing this shit, dude. I can't do it. I can't listen. I can stomach some REM. Okay. Love Hurts, isn't it? Everybody Hurts. Everybody Hurts.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, like it's a sad song. It's one of those, whatever. I'm okay with that. This record though, what the frequency, Kenneth? Shut the fuck up. I don't give two shits. I don't want to hear any of this. I don't want it. No, I remember that song so much. It's still in my head. It's like, what the frequency, Kenneth? It's like, no, I don't want to hear this. Fucking pass the shit. I will listen to Losing My Religion 3 times in a row if I'd never have to hear that fucking song again. They're like. They had some, like, I'm not going to sit here and claim that I love REM because I don't, but the other records are better than this. It's not saying a lot, but it's saying something. But like, Jesus Christ, no, this record was horrible. It was, and I know I had a subscription to like Rolling Stone back in these days, and they had fucking shitloads of like ads, and they put this is on the charts all the time. Fuck that shit. Get the fuck out of here. No, pass.
So there's a comment from Cornsey. She says, Treasy knows how I feel about REM. And this is the reason I put this in. I knew I'd get at least one comment from the crowd. Beef, are you smashing or passing?
For me, big smash. I love this album. I love What's the Frequency, Kenneth. I love Crush with Eyeliner, Star 69. There's a lot of great tracks on this album. It was a nice comeback for REM to do a rock album. An album that had distortion and noise and whatever, but had the melodies that they're normally, known for. And the tour, we went and saw the show, Treasy, in 95.
Another great frontman.
It was a great show. Like, yeah. Michael Stipe is tremendous.
A surprisingly great frontman, because the songs that they're like known for are like kind of like almost downer songs,
Correct.
I mean, other than the one with the B-52s, that's very upbeat.
It's way pumped up, right? Exactly.
But but that show was fantastic. I mean,
show.
Luscious Jackson is just not great, but like, they're great. I will say that there's a couple songs on here that I just like really, really like. And like when I hear them now, then I'm like, oh man, this was probably a better song than I thought when I was young, because like at this time of my life, I'm a pretty big hard rock and metal guy. But
yeah, for sure.
We definitely went to see this. I thought it was a very good show.
Yeah,
and coming back, like Crush with Eyeliner, Bang and Blame, great songs.
Yeah, Bang and Blame, excellent song. Figglesworth in the comments says, "Smash the hell out of Automatic for the People" was better though. I agree. Like, there's better REM albums, and that's what MSS was saying. Like, there's better records, and I agree with that. But like, I really enjoyed this album. This is probably the last REM album that I was really like into. So I smashed the shit out of this one.
The Kenneth song, man, just ruins it. I can't get past the first track. I couldn't get past the first track. Like, nope, fuck that. Nope, not listening to it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, up next, Oasis. Definitely Maybe. God. Beef, I think I'll start with you here.
Smash the hell out of this album. I love this album. Like, terrific album. I love Oasis as a like straightforward rock band, and I know there was like all the comparisons to the Beatles, but they're nothing like the Beatles. Actually, they're just British, and they happen to do rock songs, and they do rock songs for the working class people. Kind of.
I wish they were more like the Beatles.
I was gonna say they're not as melodic, whatever. But like, I mean, Live Forever is obviously Supersonic for me is the best album, the best song on this album. I love Cigarettes and Alcohol as well, but a terrific album, easy smash, no question for me.
Yeah, Supersonic's a good track, but I'm not really excited about this album. My Sock Summer, where you at?
Yeah, so Supersonic also, a favorite jam. Just because like I have to hear it every so often, just because I'm like that guitar is just fucking on it. And then the Supersonic, Give Me Gin and Tonic, you're just like, yes, I fucking love this. You know, especially in college, you're drinking, you're like, yeah, I need to try new shit. And here's Oasis telling me, have this while we're listening to this fucking awesome song. Live Forever, actually a great song too. I don't mind that song either.
But you're talking yourself into a smash.
I just, it's hard because I don't want to.
I need mini smash here on MSS.
Like with TLC, you know, like I can listen to it over and over and over, right? This, I don't think I could listen to it over and over. It's only 2 songs. I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I don't think I can go with the smash on this one.
Rock and Roll Star is pretty strong.
I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can.
I like that we're at odds on a lot of these. This is good. This is why I put this list together.
And mostly because I know that I've tried to find Supersonic and tried to probably listen through the record to find it, and I probably skipped everything to get to Supersonic. So then that's another reason why I'm just like, yeah, I'm probably gonna pass on this motherfucker. Gotta do it. Sorry.
All right. Mrs. Beefloaf says mini smash. No such thing. That's a pass.
That's a pass.
No, it's a smash. That's a smash.
For
sure.
I don't think you can do that.
All right. Weezer. Blue Album. MSS.
Oh my God. If I could smash this 7 times in a row, I would. This record was just, as a guy that was wanted to be in a cover band and just in a band, just play shit, listening to this record, you're just like, oh my God, great songwriting, catchy tunes, fun, everything. It had all the things. Love this song. And like, videos aside, because I think the videos I got way overplayed and I didn't like it as much at that point. It was like, oh my God, look at the Buddy Holly video. It's fucking awesome. No, but like these songs were fucking great songs. Weezer just made a great record, and it was smash it. Fucking love this record.
I'm almost surprised at how over.
I love it. I love this record.
So excited, right?
I figured you'd be a smash on this because you're white and from the 90s. But like, and I like this album. There's a lot of great tracks on this. I would smash on this too.
Surf
but
Wax
I'm
America.
Like, the way you're excited about this is like
so
almost
good.
shocking to me. It's almost shocking, like how excited you are about this. Beef. What are you doing? You smashing or passing?
Out of all the albums we've done so far, this is the closest one to the borderline for me.
My God.
But it's going to slide into smash territory because In the Garage is such a great song that's not even talked about generally. Yep. And it's just a song that harkens back to just doing something for passion. Just like, I just want to do this because I love doing this. And like, we do the podcast for that reason. And everyone has hobbies and they do that, where In the Garage is that song about anything that you fucking do, where you're just like, I just want to do this. I'm just doing this here. And I don't care if anyone hears it, but I really want to create this goddamn thing. And there are great songs on this album. Like MSS has mentioned. Like, My Name is Jonas is a great song. I'm not a fan of the Buddy Holly song. Sweater song's great. Satan, so is great. Like there are great songs on this album, but like In the Garage for me just makes it. And I push it over to the smash side because of that song.
In the Garage, where I feel great, no one cares about my ways. I mean, I have to look that up or whatever the fuck. Then Surf Wax America, take your car to work. I'll ride my board. You know, like just great fucking tunes, man. Like, and I'll say this, and I've said this before, Pinkerton, their second record, total 180 from this one, right? Like not even anywhere close.
I think Pinkerton's great though.
But Pinkerton was so good and it became such a classic, but it was so far removed from what they did. Like they're like, listen, we're not going to write the same songs, you know, or continue down this path. We're going to do what we want to do, which makes the Blue Album even better. It wasn't like some formulated rock album, you know. They were just like, hey, this is what we want to do. And it felt good. It feels real. I just like the Blue Album. That's a good record.
There's nothing crazier than listening to the Deftones talk about Pinkerton and what a huge influence it was on their band. It's just a strange thing. Like I've heard some covers that they've done from.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I gotta look
pretty
this
wild.
up.
I'll send some to you.
That's funny. The band that says fuck. We're really into Pink Triangle. That's awesome.
Last up. Nirvana, MTV Unplugged in New York. Beef, I'll start with you.
I mean, this is such an easy smash for me. It's probably one of my favorite albums that has ever come out. And like, I remember at the time there was like, oh, Nirvana's going to do this Unplugged album. And oh, they're going to have special guests and all this stuff. Oh, is it going to be Pearl Jam? Is it going to be Soundgarden or whatever? No, fucking Meat Puppets are going to come out. What covers are you going to do? Oh, we're going to do David Bowie, and we're going to do fucking, like, we're going to do some Meat Puppets, and then we're going to do Lead Belly. It's like, what the fuck is this? And what an absolute perfect album. And the last track, Where Did You Sleep Last Night? One take, and absolutely perfection, and just a great album. Like, I know MSS is not a big fan of the acoustic versions of stuff, but I know when things get written, like, this is where the appreciation should be. Like, when we're putting stuff together, bits for a live show or whatever, eventually all the shit goes into it. But when we're just talking through it, when we're putting it on paper, when we're in person drinking and just like riffing an idea, that's the version that you're seeing here on the acoustic version of these, like the unplugged version of it. It's like, this is the original thing that was going on. And like, yeah, we can put all the stuff on it and we're going to make it absolutely perfect. But here's the dressed down version of it. Here's when we were writing it. Here's when we were drunk off our asses. Here's how we created the thing. And I like hearing that version. I like the raw version of it. And like, this record's absolutely perfect. It's one I always go back to. And like side 2, like I like how you have side 1, side 2 listed here, Tracy. Side 2 for me is where the money's at, man. I love side 2 of this record.
Yeah. And I'll say, like, to your point, like, one of the like rawest emotional musicians of our like adolescence doing raw versions of his songs was wild. It was like you really got a peek behind the curtains of someone who was not going to be around much longer at all, which this album, I love it. I'm waiting for the pass from MSS, so go ahead, MSS.
Oh, Jesus. Now, okay, here's the redeeming qualities of this. Okay, the songs that are not their songs, that they recorded, in like on acoustic, some of them are great. Like Jesus Doesn't Want Me for a Sunbeam, I don't mind it. Okay, It doesn't bother me.
Man Who Sold the World.
The Man Who Sold the World, obviously not bad either because it's a David Bowie song. It's great. Yep. Now, they have totally castrated one of the best Nirvana songs ever. And this album then blew it up and put it all over the place. And it ruined My Sock Summer's world because you hear this song acoustic all the time. And My Sock Summer does not want to hear All Apologies fucking acoustic ever. Okay,
it's better electric. I agree with you. It's better electric. I agree with you, MSS. I agree with you.
The balls that are in that fucking song.
No, I agree.
It's just too much. Nirvana is not about acoustic rock. And that is like, and that's what is somewhat frustrating for me because people are going to listen to this and be, oh, this is a really great record. I really like this. This is great. Like our guy here, Oklahoma Tech, is the best unplugged show ever. And I guess, but like, no, like the music is so much better, raw and just electrified and just fucking nuts, man. I don't like it. So visually beautiful. It looked like
you're telling me
it was.
You're
great.
telling me that you like it. The STP Unplugged better.
No,
that's what I'm
doing. And here's I'll say this. I did appreciate the Pearl Jam Unplugged. I thought that was fine. And mostly because some of those songs like I didn't even hadn't heard. I think it's just they just totally Nirvana just like all the balls just got ripped out of something. Like Pearl Jam isn't as ballsy as Nirvana. It wasn't as hard rock, like I don't know. There's just something different. Like Nirvana just to me was more like just like fucking stomp, smash, like fucking distortion and just crazy, just like all energy. And then to take that all out, it just ruins it for me.
We're going through these in the comments and like, I'm wondering myself is like, is Eddie Vedder the only lead singer who did an unplugged that is still alive, based on like the people that.
No, Neil Young.
Okay, Neil Young.
Kiss.
Could have fooled me that Neil Young's still alive.
Kiss did one. Neil Young. Allison.
LL Cool J.
Cool J. Jay-Z. Jay-Z did one.
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Bob Dylan did one. There was a lot of them that didn't. There was a lot that didn't make it. Like they didn't make records out of them and put them out there. But yeah, no, you're right. Because Alice in Chains, I would say Alice in Chains' Unplugged is probably my favorite. Like out of all of the unplugged,
really good. It's really good.
It's awesome
because it was almost a reinvention of some of those songs versus the same song just played on an acoustic. Like I don't know. I listen. I can't explain all my nuances, but I just know that the Nirvana Unplugged record fucking ruined my fucking life, especially for All Apologies. That's all I can say. All I can say.
Incredible.
Just fuck too much. It's too much.
All right. God. Well, that was Smash or Pass. I think we should probably close it up.
Smash or pass. 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 Smash or pass.
All right. Now it is time for thank yous or GFYs. And I will go to Beefloaf first. Who are you thinking of GFY?
I got to thank Eddie from Barstool, not only for coming on the Au Jus this week, but for dropping a fuck ton of knowledge on me on content creator shit in only 35 minutes. Like, he was so vulnerable and, like, said so much shit on there that, like, I re-listened to it already twice just to absorb all the shit. Like, someone great who does the thing. Lot. There's so much there for anyone who wants to really do it and absorb it and understand how it goes. So, like, really appreciate Eddie for doing that. And I had multiple people reach out and say, bro, you got to get Eddie back on. Do another hour, man, because we fucking loved what we heard. So, like, thanks, Ed. Appreciate you, my friend. We'll do whatever we can for you, but I would love to have you back on.
He was good. Can you bring him on this show?
Yeah, that was
we do some shit.
Great episode.
There's no question.
Good. He was good. He was very good. It was a good get. And like you said, I mean, it's hard to get all the knowledge of this man into a half hour. And
it's impossible. You can't do it. You know?
Yeah, crazy.
My Sox Summer, who you thinking are GFY?
First people I got to thank is the White Sox.
This has been a fan favorite already. Can't fire this thing. Graham cracker, toasted marshmallow, served in a souvenir cup. The fans have loved it.
And so, you know, our daughters, my daughters, have joined the summer family in being involved in White Sox commercials, promoting the local team right up the street. I'm so proud of them. And I was like, yes, this was good. It was a good little thing. People reaching out. And my second, I want to thank our guy. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. You had him on his name. No, the guy. Oh, fuck. Who's the original guy that tweeted this? Who was the guy that originally tweeted this? WGN guy.
Kevin Powell.
Kevin Powell tweeted out the Bears thing and had the artwork up there. And I see the picture of the baseball field in the back of the new Bears Stadium mock-up. And I'm like, oh, good. They made a field for the White Sox, too. And holy shit, did that take off. Like, behind the scenes, my daughter had her birthday yesterday. And so, like, I was at her school doing some projects with the kids because that's what they do now. And so we're doing this. And I had tweeted that right before I went in there. And then when I came out, I was like, holy shit, there's like 2,000 retweets or 2,000 likes on this motherfucker. And it just keeps going and going and going. It was such a throwaway tweet. And so thank you to everyone that has put that out there. It hasn't really gained me any more followers. That's kind of a bad thing. I haven't sold any T-shirts from it. Probably
obvious shirt. Maybe obvious shirts will sell it. You know,
they probably did better than me. But yeah, no, it was awesome. And then it was also awesome that our good friend Tom Fornelli totally stole my entire tweet and did the tweet, but did not get the type of response that I did. So sorry, Tom. You got to be first. You got to be quick. You got to be quick to beat the internet people.
You're a lower level
Italian. Yeah.
You know, that's how it happens. You know?
On that tweet anyway. So, right. Teresa, what about you, buddy?
I want to thank you guys. Because you guys are doing the Sunday Soak this week without me, and I appreciate you guys taking that on. But also, I want to thank you for agreeing to do this blog contest that I put together.
Oh, God.
Yes.
So the three of us are gonna, in the month of May, we're gonna do a blog contest, and it's for $500. It's just between the three of us
of our money,
and we're gonna try.
We don't have a sponsor.
Just there's no sponsor. This is just straight our money. One of us gets
to get a sponsor.
It's a piece of our money, right?
It's gonna be based on not only most blogs but most views. We're also gonna throw some YouTube things in there to mix it up. But like there's a whole scoring thing for it. We're gonna get this all together. But we should be bombing a ton of blogs in May. Like we got to challenge ourselves sometimes, guys.
Yeah, you got to push yourself.
Appreciate that you guys were down to do this. But again, thank you for doing the Sunday Soak this weekend. Which remember,
sure,
Sunday Soak this Sunday, obviously at 11:30 a.m. These two fine gentlemen will be in there soaking alone. MSS has tweeted out the 108 bingo card, so you got to go check that out.
Not yet. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah,
it'll be out soon.
I'll do that tomorrow. Yep.
But I saw it. It's awesome.
It is awesome.
It's really good. Yeah.
So until then, we'll see y'all very soon. Have a good night, everybody.
Break off the mighty player. I feel the true slayer. Chicago's hero.